Days of Our Lives star Connor Floyd marries Carly Fry in an old-school Hollywood affair. In an era of social media-sponsored minimalism and courthouse quickies, actor Connor Floyd, beloved by soap opera fans for his portrayal of the earnest and heroic Philip Chase Jennings on Days of Our Lives, decided to flip the script. On a sun-drenched Saturday in Los Angeles, Floyd traded the scripted drama of Salem for a real-life scene of timeless romance, marrying his longtime love, Carly Fry, in what the couple is calling an old-school Hollywood wedding. Held at the iconic San Gabriel Country Club, the event was less a celebrity party and more a love letter to a bygone era of cinema glamour, complete with classic cars, vintage cocktails, and a guest list that felt more like a tight-knit family reunion than a red carpet roll call. For Floyd and Fry, a rising star in the interior design world, the day was meticulously curated to feel both deeply personal and cinematically grand. From the moment guests received their letterpress invitations, embossed with a gold foil silhouette of the couple dancing under a marquee, it was clear this was not going to be a standard industry wedding. Fry, who runs the design firm Carly Fry Interiors, approached the aesthetic with the precision of a set designer and the warmth of a hostess. "I wanted it to feel like stepping onto the set of a classic film," Fry told Creativity News in an exclusive behind-the-scenes look. "Think Casablanca meets the glamour of old Hollywood, but with the comfort of a backyard dinner party. We wanted people to feel the romance the second they walked through the gate." That vision came to life with a palette of deep burgundy, creamy ivory, and accents of aged gold. The ceremony took place under a sprawling oak tree, where hundreds of flickering candles lined the aisle, a nod to the candlelit processions of Golden Age premieres. A string quartet played a hauntingly beautiful arrangement of "I Can't Help Falling in Love," a nod to the Elvis Presley classic that Fry has loved since childhood. Floyd, known for his rugged charm on screen, looked every inch the leading man. He wore a custom black Hermenegildo Zegna tuxedo with a satin peak lapel, a classic cut he chose specifically to mirror the style of Hollywood icons like Cary Grant. He waited at the altar with his father, his expression a mixture of nervous anticipation and overwhelming joy. "I've played a lot of emotional scenes on television," Floyd said with a laugh, recalling the moment. "But standing there, seeing my dad, and then watching Carly walk down the aisle, there's no script for that. It was the most present I've ever been in my life." Fry made her entrance in a gown that stopped conversation. Opting against the trend of ultra-modern, minimalist dresses, she chose a custom creation by New York-based designer Danielle Frankel. The dress was a masterpiece of architectural romance, a structured, sculptural bodice that gave way to a flowing, bias-cut crepe skirt. The most striking detail, however, was the detachable cape, a cascading wave of silk tulle that trailed behind her like a cloud, evoking the iconic silhouettes of 1940s screen sirens. "I didn't want to just wear a wedding dress, I wanted to wear an heirloom," Fry explained. "Danielle understands how to make a woman feel powerful and soft at the same time. The cape was non-negotiable. I felt like I was floating." In another nod to vintage Hollywood, Fry eschewed a traditional veil in favor of a family heirloom, a diamond hair clip from the 1920s that belonged to her great-grandmother. Her bouquet was a lush, cascading arrangement of deep red garden roses, dahlias, and olive branches, tied with a black velvet ribbon that matched Floyd's tuxedo lapel. The ceremony itself was officiated by a close friend of the couple, ensuring the mood remained intimate despite the grandeur. Floyd and Fry wrote their own vows, a decision they said was crucial to grounding the event in authenticity. "Connor is an actor, but I've never seen a performance more real than him reading his vows," said Days of Our Lives co-star and friend Dan Feuerriegel, who served as a groomsman. "He was tearing up, she was tearing up, and I looked over and the entire bridal party was crying. There was no acting there. That was just pure, unfiltered love." The vows balanced humor and heart, with Floyd joking about Fry's obsession with rearranging furniture, a nod to her design career, and Fry teasing Floyd about his habit of running lines in his sleep. But the through line was a profound commitment to partnership, resilience, and the simple joy of being together after years of navigating the uncertainties of the entertainment industry. Following the ceremony, guests moved into a tented reception that felt like a glamorous supper club. The tent, draped in floor-to-ceiling ivory chiffon, was anchored by a 20-foot-long farm table for the bridal party, laden with antique candelabras and low floral arrangements that allowed for easy conversation. The culinary experience was curated by Chef Michael Mina, a nod to the couple's love of fine dining and hospitality. The menu was a blend of California freshness and classic comfort, a starter of heirloom tomato and burrata salad, followed by a choice of dry-aged prime rib or miso-glazed sea bass. But the true star was the late-night snack, a gourmet slider station featuring mini burgers inspired by their favorite dive bar in Burbank, where they had their first date. "We wanted the food to be elevated but not fussy," Floyd said. "At the end of the day, we just wanted everyone to have a full belly, a full glass, and sore feet from dancing." And dance they did. The band, a 12-piece ensemble that specialized in Motown and classic jazz, kept the energy electric. Floyd, who plays drums in his spare time, surprised the crowd by jumping behind the drum kit for a raucous cover of the Beatles' Twist and Shout, leading a conga line that included the bride's 80-year-old grandmother and several of his day's co-stars. As the night wound down, the couple made their exit through a tunnel of sparklers held by their 150 guests, escaping in a vintage 1965 Lincoln Continental convertible, a car Floyd had spent 6 months restoring as a surprise for his new wife. The license plate? MRSCF, a cheeky nod to her new moniker. For the newlyweds, the old-school Hollywood theme was more than just an aesthetic, it was a statement of intent. In an industry known for fleeting moments and rapid turnover, Connor Floyd and Carly Fry built a foundation rooted in tradition, family, and deliberate, old-fashioned romance. "It's easy to get caught up in the noise of this city and this business," Floyd reflected. "But standing in that club, looking at all the people who have loved us since before we had anything, it felt like we were starting our own studio. Not just building a marriage, but building a legacy." As they drove off into the Los Angeles night, the echoes of the band still drifting through the air, it was clear that for this Days of Our Lives star, the real-life love story had just delivered the best season finale of all.